This is the one simple guide that you will ever need if you are going to try Tower of Fantasy. First, level cap. In Tower of Fantasy, there is actually a level cap system that will withhold players' level during the early stage of the game. This will prevent players that didn't really have the time to actually play the game doesn't feel like they are being left behind. On the first day, you can only reach level 18, and to reach this level, you will only spend roughly 1 or 2 hours of gaming session. On each day after the release, your level cap will be increased little by little, as you can see in this table. But please take note that any excess EXP that you obtain after reaching the level cap will be accumulated and applied to your character for the next day. You can get the EXP by clearing the main quest and side quests. There are also treasure chests that will give you EXP. The treasure chest itself can be separated into 3 categories, which is rusted chest, password chest, and supply pot. Both rusted chest and password chest will give you equipment and weapon upgrade materials. Rusted and password chest will be spawned every hour or even maybe less than an hour, but I can't really give you the exact time, so sorry about that. The only differences between rusted chest and password chest was password chest will give you a higher grade rewards and even more quantity if you had some cheaper. You can get this cheaper from clearing daily commission and weekly mission. Oh, and regarding about password chest, it's a little bit special, since it can be classified into 2 types of password chests. The one that has blue coloring and the one with purple coloring. The purple one is rarer and will give you more rewards. By the way, just for you to know, both password chests and rusted chests will be a free-for-all to grab for any players. So you will need to get your hand as fast as possible before other players get it. Otherwise, you will need to wait until it respawns again. The third and the last chest that you need to know is the supply pot. Supply pot is a very special chest in Tower of Fantasy, and it will only spawn once for every player. So you don't have to compete with other players to get this chest. Supply pot can also be separated into 2 types. The purple one that will give you black nucleus, and the gold one that will give you gold nucleus. Both the gold and black nucleus are the currency that you will need to pull on the weapon gacha banner. Some of the supply pot will be hidden, and the other also can be obtained by killing all of the monsters within an area with a camp symbol on it. Oh, and another little note. All of the chests will give you EXP based on how high your level is. The higher your level, the more EXP it will give you. Besides getting EXP from chests, you can also get EXP from clearing ruin. Ruins are basically domain in the Tower of Fantasy where you can get EXP, gold, and relic shard. There are 3 difficulties that you can choose: easy, normal, and hard. And each of it will have their own minimum level requirement to enter. For easy difficulty, there will be 2 chests. On normal difficulty, there are 4 chests, and for the hard difficulty, there will be 6 hidden chests. I have made a video to find all of the chests. You can go check it on the description box down below. Another way to get more EXP is by doing some activity in the adventure menu option. In the adventure menu, there are 3 types of activity that you can do: daily, weekly, and seasonal activity. First, let's talk about daily activity. In this activity, there will be a daily bounty. Daily bounty is a daily quest that rewards you with some gold or black nucleus, black crystal, cipher, EXP, and also gold. On each day, we will get 4 daily quests. 3 of them will give us black nucleus, and the last one will give us gold nucleus. There is also a level system on the daily bounty, where the higher the level of your daily bounty, the higher the chance of you to get a higher difficulty mission, which obviously will give you a better reward. You can increase your daily bounty level by keep doing the bounty every day. Next, personal chef Mia. Every day after 5 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 6 o'clock, you can get free food from Mia, which will grant you a buff. She will give you golds and material as well. The third one, daily sign-in. The daily sign-in system of course also existed in the Tower of Fantasy, which after signing in for 5 days, you can get Dark Crystal. After the 6th day, you can get a Black Nucleus, and on the 7th day, you will get a Relic Shard. On to the next one, the Training Facility. Training Facility is a minigame in Tower of Fantasy. There are lots of options such as speed training, balance training, and memory training. Every day, there will be 4 random training facilities that you can access. Clearing the training will reward you with ability points, which you can exchange with gifts that can be used to unlock passive skill of your characters. Next, the energy system, or vitality as Tower of Fantasy called it. Vitality is a point that will be consumed when you claim your reward from a certain dungeon. You can store up to 180 vitality, and its recovery rate is 1 vitality per 8 minutes. So it will take 24 hours to fill your vitality from 0 to 180. Meanwhile, in the Chinese server, their max vitality is 360. Kinda unfair if you think about it. There are 5 types of dungeon that need vitality to claim its reward, and all dungeon will need 30 vitality to claim its rewards. On the other hand, there is a joint operation which will consume 30 vitality to open 1 chest from a total of 3 chests. Speaking about joint operation, let's talk about the first vitality dungeon, the joint operation. In this dungeon, you can obtain equipment and matrix as the reward. The domain itself will be separated into 3 sections, where you can unlock a treasure chest on each section using 30 vitality. And in the last section, you will fight a boss. The joint operation is super similar to the artifact domain in Genshin Impact. The domain can only be accessible on certain day and has multiple difficulties to choose from. The higher the difficulties, the better the rewards will be. The second vitality domain is Dimensional Trial, which will give you weapon upgrade materials. This is the easiest domain to be cleared either in solo or multiplayer. The third vitality domain is Interstellar Exploration, where the rewards will be weapon upgrade materials. But if you're lucky, you might be able to spawn a hidden boss, which if you're able to defeat it, you can get a gold nucleus. Each day, there will be 6 interstellar exploration domains that will be spawned with various difficulties. The higher the difficulty is, the better the reward. Oh, and please take a note that this domain can only be done in solo mode, so no help from other players. But on the bright side, the rewards are better than Dimensional Trials. The fourth vitality domain is Omnium Beacon, and the rewards are weapon materials. But Omnium Beacon is not an actual domain. Here, you can trade 30 vitality with 1 random beacon. This beacon can be placed in the world, and after a period of time, you can get the weapon materials reward from it. There are some chances of getting a beacon detector when you trade a vitality for a beacon. And guess what? This beacon detector can be used to locate another player's beacon, and you can steal it. But yeah, the same things can also happen to you, so make sure to hide your beacon in the most hidden place. Talking about beacon detector, you can only take 1 beacon from another player, since the beacon detector will only give you 1 random beacon location. Another note to be taken are this Omnium Beacon is actually the least rewarding domain between all of the 5 options. So yeah, just spend your vitality on other domain. Except if you are too busy to spend your vitality. The final vitality domain is the spacetime domain. In this domain, you can get gold as the reward. Oh, and it's only available for solo, so once again, no help from other players. Based on my experience, it's better for you to not spend your vitality on the joint operation when you are still low in level, since you will only get a low-level equipment and matrix. You'd be better off spending your vitality on domain that gives you upgrade materials or gold, since later on, you will need a freak ton of resource. Just like in Genshin Impact, upgrade materials can be fused to increase its materials grade. That's why it will be better off for you to spend your vitality for collecting resources than equipment or matrix. Oh, and in every party domain, there will be a matchmaking option, so it wouldn't be hard to find a party. On the first day, because lots of the features are still locked, I highly suggest that you open up all of the teleportation waypoint and omnium towers. The omnium towers has the same function as the Statue of 7 in Genshin, which is to open maps. Next, if you take a look on your bottom right of the map, you can see the map exploration progress. Completing this map exploration progress is very important because one of the rewards is the mighty mushroom. The mighty mushroom can be eaten, and if you did, it will increases your max stamina capacity. This mighty mushroom can only be obtained from the map exploration progress reward and achievement points. Beside the mighty mushroom, you can also get black and gold nucleus to pull for weapon in the weapon banner. You can also get dark crystal, the primogem version of Tower Fantasy, omnium crystal to upgrade your suppressor, costume, relic shards, and also title. To complete your map exploration progress, you will need to find all of the supply pod, scenic point, world exploration, teleportation waypoint, omnium towers, and ruins. I have talked about all of it except for the scenic point and world exploration. In an easy term, world exploration is some kind of puzzle where you can get black or gold nucleus. And if you are near a world exploration puzzle, there will be a white diamond mark shown on the map. An example of world exploration puzzle are these blue plants. You will need to find an ice core and throw it to that blue plant. After you do it, that plant will throw up a nucleus. There are lots of variation on this world exploration puzzle. I have made a guide video about it and you can check it out on the description box down below. Now, the scenic point. On each map, there will be 5 scenic points, where every time you unlock it, you will be awarded with dark crystal and achievement points. Next, the achievement. The Tower of Fantasy achievement system also existed. Every time you get an achievement, you will get a dark crystal as reward and also some achievement points. When you reach a certain milestone with your achievement points, you can get a mighty mushroom, gold nucleus, and matrix chips for pulling on the matrix gacha. Collecting achievements in Tower of Fantasy is a very important thing to do, since you can get the mighty mushroom to increase your maximum stamina capacity. And trust me, this stamina is super important for you because it will be used for gliding, climbing, swimming, and to charge attack and aerial attack. Now, let's talk about food. Food in Tower of Fantasy can be used to recover some HP, increase satiety, recover stamina, and give you a buff. The satiety level will determine how much HP you will passively recover while you're out of combat. In order to cook some food, you will need to unlock the recipe first. You can unlock it by going to this robot which existed in every city. In the beginning, there is only a few food that you can choose to cook. To unlock more recipe, simply press the creation button. Then, put all of the ingredients for the recipe that you want to try to unlock. I also have made that recipe video, so check it out after this video. It will be on the description box down below. For example, here, let's say you want to unlock the iced strawberry soda. The ingredients are carbonated water, honey, and strawberry. As you can see, when I put carbonated water, honey, and strawberry, the success rate is only 21%. In order to increase the success rate up to 100%, simply add 15 more ingredients. Either it's carbonated water, honey, or strawberries. Well, you can still get a success with only 21% success rate, but I highly suggest to increase the chance to 100%. After we got the strawberry iced soda recipe, we can see it in the cooking menu. Every time we unlock a recipe, we will get a dark crystal. Some recipe give you 5, some give you 10 dark crystals. Another note to be remembered is that all of the monsters in the open field will have the same level as your character. So, don't rush yourself to level up your character before you upgrade your character. Because, well, trust me, you're not going to have a good time. I will make this video into a few parts, and this will conclude the first part of the Tower of Fantasy guide video. Make sure to keep tuned in because I will upload the second part tomorrow.